Good afternoon, teacher. In this presentation, I am going to expose my ideas about the essay I did, also the advantages and disadvantages of going global, and some examples of the actions that people can do in order to become global. Well, first of all, we need to know for sure what is to be global. Well, and to be global is learning how to behave and exist in a respectful way and peaceful way as well with others, whether it's a technological, business, or community manner. Diversity is something that enriches us, and of course, it doesn't destroy us. To be global involves caring about how other people, other citizens, and other nationalities seem to be affected by our actions in their life. In the next slide, I'm going to explain you what are some concerns of people that want to be global. Well, first of all, the first concern is the concern for others, for other people. Also, the second concern might be the consequences and impacts of his or her actions to the world, to the society, and the culture that surround each and every human being. Also, a concern is to empathize with the other, to prioritize and base the actions in love and respect from one another. The last one concern that I put is how she or he will fit their patterns into the global citizens. As we know, going global has its pros and its cons. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain you what are the advantages and disadvantages of going global, but in a matter of the, the business world. The pros of going global are increasing the demand of your products by taking your business abroad, since the business is going to have more clients to sell their product or service. The dependence on your local or your own local client is going to decrease as having more options with the internationalization of the company. The fact that the business operates on a different international markets, that is going to give much more experience to the enterprise in the matter of client satisfaction. As from the bad side, we have some aspects that we might have to look on that, which are the vulnerability in the intellectual property rights are sometimes very limited in other countries. One has to spend on legal resources to be in check with foreign laws and regulations. Also, the currency value change and that could make a transaction or a deal turn from profit to loss in a matter of days. So, depending to the fluctuations in the financial market. Okay, so how do we become global? What actions could we take? Well, as we know, you and I can be a global citizen based on very simple actions, but uh, those actions could have a major impact on how we view the world, how what concept of the world we have. So, what actions could we take? Well, if a person owns a business, expanding it abroad will be a great choice. Another one would be updated with the major problems and concerns in the world. The third one is to be a part of the solution. How can we do this? Well, act and not only watch on the news as many of us do, including me, but also make a difference in a positive way. For example, if it is an economical global problem, well, we could make a donation to a cause, whether that might be in Africa for hunger problems or in Asia for health problems. in this case. And the last one, instead of just judging other cultures and religions, read and inform about them. Try to empathize with them and not only um, believing in what the media has to say. We might need to do our own research to verify what is true and what is not. How can we identify the values to include in the profile of a global person? Well, I'm going to give you few values to be included in this persona. The first one is the empathy for others, for other citizens, for other countries, other cultures, and also the justice, uh, always going to the justice side. Also belong in different communities, and here we can follow the example of the Americans. Uh, and the Americans, as we know, have a big culture with people from all over the world, and that might include different religions, um, different food, different beliefs, and they had learned how to behave in a respectful way, mostly. Also, the willingness to learn from other cultures, whether that might be languages, history, etc. Also, have a self-esteem that you can that know that you can have um, that you can have an impact on the world's problems, and everyone can make a difference here. Also, to wrap up my presentation and to say some conclusion words, I just wrote them down in my notebook and I'm going to read them. Well, and last but not least, from my point of view, we need to be global both in our professional, business, and daily life because every nationality and community has something to add and enrich to our cultures, to the whole community in general. And by being global, we grow not only as a person, but as a society, as a community as well. In the business life, going global means new access to develop markets. Thank you, teacher, and have a nice